Welcome back to our Wealthy Mindset, where we talk about all things money, mindset, and business. It's your host, Cindy, and today we're talking about benchmarks, the kind of numbers you should be aiming for if you want to actually keep more of the money you earn. So you made $30K last month. So why do you still feel broke? You're working hard, sales are coming in, but at the end of the day, there's nothing left to show for it. Here's the truth most entrepreneurs aren't told. Revenue means nothing if your profit is trash. So I need to say this loud for the women in the back. Just because your Stripe says 50K, 60K, 100K, it doesn't mean you're rich. You can be making 5 figures a month and still be bleeding cash behind the scenes. I've done audits where someone was paying their team 60 to 65% of their revenue, and then wondering why they couldn't afford to pay themselves, save for taxes, or have anything in their bank. Spoiler alert, if your team is getting paid more than you and you're the one building your business, something's off. So let's get into it. Here are some basic benchmarks I use with my fractional CFO clients, the ones who want to grow without burning out or going broke. So 30 to 50% paying yourself. Yes, you heard me right. You should be taking home 30 to 50% of what your business makes after expenses. If you're making 20K a month, that's 6K to 10K in your pocket. So at the end, after you pay your expenses, you should have about 20 to 25% in profit. So after your expenses, paying yourself, you want to have 20 to 25% profit. This gives you room to reinvest, save for taxes, build emergency savings, and build actual wealth. But you know what I see most businesses? They barely have 10% left over after paying their expenses. And then if you're not really saving that and you're just going month to month, you basically have no margins or no money in the bank account to reinvest, build emergency savings, or have some cushion. So, how much should you actually be paying your team? 30 to 35%. This is the one most people blow through. Like I mentioned, people are paying 60 to 65% of their sales to their team. If more than 35% of your revenue is going to your team, it's time to slow down and rethink. Because the people that are paying 60 to 65% to their team, they're the ones who end up broke. So why do so many women scale and still struggle? Because they were told hire before you're ready, just delegate everything, invest now, it'll pay off later. But no one told them how to check the math first. I see it all the time. You hire a VA, OPM, social media manager, graphic designer, podcast editor. You're making 10K a month and then you're paying 10K a month in support. Like, it doesn't make sense and it doesn't add up. The math does not math. So you don't need a team to look successful. You need a team that you can afford and a plan to grow into. So if this episode feels like a wake-up call, good. Here are the 4 things you can do today. 1, run your numbers for real. Pull up last month's revenue. List what you paid to yourself, to your team, in expenses, and what's left over. That's your real breakdown. Check the percentages and then compare your actuals to these benchmarks. Did you pay yourself 30 to 50%? Do you have 20 to 25% left in profit? Did you pay your team 35%? Your operations, overhead, software is at under 10%. And start tracking these monthly. Make this a habit. You can't change what you don't measure. If your numbers are way off, don't panic. This is totally normal. But also don't ignore it. The areas where you are off, really audit those areas. Where are you spending where you can cut back? Do you really need that social media manager, OBM, virtual assistant, your contractors completing all the work? Like, just really look at what you actually need and how much support. You don't want to ignore your numbers. You might need to adjust your pricing, adjust your offers, cut back temporarily, restructure your offers, or finally bring in a CFO. So if you're scaling and nothing is left over, that's not normal. That's not the cost of doing business. That's a broken money model. You don't need to feel guilty for wanting more. You're not greedy for wanting profit. You're not wrong for wanting to get paid well for building something from nothing. But you do need a financial strategy. So if you're making money but don't know how to keep it, grow it, pay yourself properly, or be intentional with it, DM me at It's Cindy Kumar, CFO. Let's take a look at what's going on under the hood. Let's fix your foundation. Let's build a business that actually builds you wealth. If you resonated with this episode, share it with a friend who also needs to hear it, and I'll see you in the next episode.